In a sport where the difference between good and great often comes down to the smallest details, being ambidextrous, truly ambidextrous, can be a cheat code. Most footballers have a dominant foot. It's the one they trust, the one they rely on when things get tense. But a special few, they don't seem to have that limitation. For them, left or right makes no difference. The ball doesn't care which foot it's on, and neither do they. Santi Cazorla, the magician. Ask any football fan who's watched him at his peak, and they'll tell you, this man had no weak foot. You couldn't guess which side he preferred because he genuinely didn't have one. He'd take corners with both feet in the same match, sometimes from the same side. He was so technically refined, so balanced in his movement and touch, that the ball seemed to obey him no matter what boot it touched. Injuries may have cut short his prime years, but his legacy as one of the most ambidextrous midfielders of his generation is undeniable. Then there are players like Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, you might think of his thunderous right foot first, but over the years, he's evolved into a two-footed monster. Left foot, right foot, headers, he scores in every way imaginable. And he doesn't just use his left foot, he scores Champions League knockout goals with it. Long-range bangers. Impossible volleys. If you're defending against him, which side do you show him? The answer: it doesn't matter. You're in trouble either way. Pedro Rodríguez was another. Not flashy, not someone who hogged the headlines, but brutally effective. He would glide from one wing to another, and you'd barely notice the switch because his ability to strike, pass, and dribble with either foot kept him unpredictable. It's one of the reasons he was such a valuable utility player for Barcelona and Spain during their golden eras. But fast forward to the present day, and there are some players taking ambidexterity to another level. Ousmane Dembélé is the poster boy for this generation. If ambidexterity was an art, he's Picasso. Defenders have no clue where he's going, because he doesn't even need to decide. He's one of the rare players who'll switch feet mid-dribble, shoot penalties with either foot, and strike with equal power and precision from any angle. The man doesn't just use his weak foot, he lives off of both. It's no exaggeration to say he's the most ambidextrous footballer in the game today. Rayan Cherki is cut from a similar cloth. The Lyon youngster is dazzling on the ball, capable of beating players on either side, finishing with either foot, and playing passes that most wouldn't even see, let alone execute. He's still developing, still polishing the raw edges, but the foundation is all there. When he's confident and in the mood, he plays like a kid in the park, just one with two right feet. Then there's Mason Greenwood, naturally left-footed, but with a right foot that's good enough to make you question everything you thought you knew. He'll line up a penalty with his right foot, take a free kick with his left, then smash in a volley with whichever one the ball comes to. It's rare to see that kind of shooting ability on both sides, power, finesse, and timing. And while his career has had its share of turbulence, no one questions the talent. Brahim Díaz is another who flies under the radar. Comfortable with either foot, he glides past defenders with effortless close control. Watch him closely and you'll see how naturally he shifts the ball between left and right, how instinctively he adjusts his body to make the most of every situation, no matter which side it favors. And then you have Leandro Trossard. Ambidextrous players don't always need to be flashy. Trossard's movement, his ability to cut inside or go outside with equal confidence, has made him a nightmare for full-backs. He's also capable of taking set pieces with either foot, depending on the situation. That kind of flexibility adds so much to a squad, it's tactical gold. And finally, Son Heung-min. A player who simply does everything well. His shooting ability with both feet is outrageous. In fact, when you see him whip a ball into the top corner with his left foot, you might assume he's left-footed. But then he does the same with his right, and you realize, he's got two hammers. He doesn't hesitate. He doesn't second-guess. Whether it's a curling effort from outside the box or a composed finish inside the area, Son can do it all with both feet. That's why defenders struggle to contain him, and why he's so consistently effective year after year. Being ambidextrous in football is more than just a party trick. It's a weapon. It makes you unpredictable, unmarkable, and at times, unplayable. These players, past and present, have mastered the rarest of gifts in football. And as the game keeps evolving, it's likely we'll see more like them. Because in a sport where every second counts, having two strong feet might just give you the edge. So, the next time you watch a match, pay attention to the small details. The shift of a foot, the balance in a dribble, the precision of a strike, left or right. Because for these players, there is no wrong side. In a game of margins, ambidexterity is an edge that few possess, and even fewer master. But when it's there, you see it. You feel it. It's what separates the predictable from the unpredictable, the good from the great. If you enjoyed this deep dive into football's most ambidextrous players, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We've got more stories like this coming, about the game, the players, and the magic that lives in the little things. Thanks for watching. And remember, in football, the best don't just play with both feet, they dance with them.